So, what can any care home in the country learn from the websites of the two biggest care home providers in the UK? And here are the two. The first is Barchester. Barchester has an annual turnover of 679 million. It has 200 care homes. Care UK has an annual turnover of 410 million, with 130 care homes in the UK. And here are their websites. And I'm going to go through with you the good aspects of their websites so you can learn from them. Now, before I do, I want to emphasize that both Care UK and Barchester are spending hundreds of thousands of marketing pounds on a Google pay-per-click to drive interest to their websites from families. How do I know that? Well, there's a free tool that anyone can use here called Google Ads Transparency Center, and you can find out and see all the ads that Barchester are running. And it goes on. These are Google pay-per-click ads, Google ads, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Same again for Care UK. I'm now at Google Ads Transparency Center Care UK, and here they all are. If you are not running Google pay-per-click ads to drive families to your websites, then the biggest care home providers are. Why? Because it helps get them more inquiries. So that's something you must be doing. And if you would like videos on how to do exactly that, go and check this YouTube channel and you'll find a number of videos on how to achieve exactly that. Anyway, let's get back to where we were. Now, what I want to do today is give you my first impressions. I imagine I'm a family member. This is about getting more inquiries. And I've not gone in detail through these websites. I just want to have it fresh. I want to give you my first impressions. And then I want to tell you what you can learn from them. I'm going to also highlight some good parts of one provider versus the other. So if we start off, and what I'm doing here, obviously, as I mentioned, Barchester has 200 care homes, but I'm just going to focus on individual care homes. Adlington Manor for Barchester and Murrayside for Care UK. So let's start here. We'll start off with Ardlington. Now, first thing, what about the look and feel? Well, you can see both of them are modern. Yeah, they have a modern look and feel. Bright and breezy colors, which is nice. Everything's contemporary here. There's nothing old and fusty, which is great. And you should 100% be doing that. If your website isn't as crisp and as this, then make sure it is. As I mentioned, both the branding people of Barchester and Care UK would have spent considerable time and money thinking about this. So that's the first thing I would say. Second thing is look at where the telephone numbers are. Start an inquiry, top right. That's the prime position on a website. So make sure that's you are very easily contactable and it's very clear right from the very beginning. Top right. What does Care UK do? They also have a contact here button, which goes through to their details here, which is they also have a request to call back. So that's that's something you must be thinking about and doing. First impression. So what we've got here, we've got your picture of your manager, which is great. Again, very, very clear for people who want to make an inquiry. Not only is it up here, it's also here. So very, very, very clear that people can contact the home easily. But I like the fact that there is a picture of the manager. Why? Because family will want to know who is looking after their loved one. Again, if we go to the Murray side, you can see immediate difference. I don't see a picture of the manager in this case. But if I do scroll down, I believe there's a meet our team here, and there's a message from the manager, which is great. A message from the manager and their his or her name. And I've got here a meet the rest of our team, which is gr good. And if you do not have photos of your team, or at least photos of your manager, make sure you do that. Here they are, and KUK will be updating this every so often as when they get a new member of staff. Why? Because families want to know who's looking after their loved one, and you've given a great indication here. It's about building trust. You want families to come onto your website because do remember that families will be looking at a whole number of websites for care homes in your catchment areas. They won't just be looking at yours. So you want to make sure that you're building out that trust and that feeling of that looks lovely. I must give them a call. So you can at least handle that inquiry. I believe we have, as I mentioned, the photo of the manager here. In actual fact, you've got learn more, which is all good. And then here, I think you've got to meet my team. There it is. I repeat, these care home providers will be doing this for a reason because they know how important it is that a family member gets an idea of who will be looking after them. And again, look at the details that have gone in to providing details here about the team. And this is, this is not a lot of work. If you're looking at this thinking, my goodness, that's not. This is not. This is increasingly websites are quick and easy to do and add content. Um, and you have to bear in mind that a private self-funding family member is spending 50, 100, maybe more than 100,000, 50,000, 100,000 with you. These are high ticket sales, and you really need to be thinking about how you can build that trust, that warmth, that confidence for them to do that action, which is to make the inquiry. So I'm just going to go back to the page for the home. Now, I think about the photos here. It's not great, is it, that one? I would say that's not a great photo. I would say this is actually a whole lot better. Nice, smiley members of the team. That automatically gives a good feeling. Now, what they could do if they want to have a photo of the home, they could embed that into this photo. Personally, I'm not convinced that's a great photo, but let me know what you think. Interestingly, here, let's talk about point number three, which is this is good for SEO, by the way, base words, which is good for SEO. So again, let's have a look here at the Murray side. This is care home in Scotland. As I said, this is all first impressions. I have not spent time, as you can tell, a detailed time looking at these pages for these websites. You see here automatically the difference on the images. This one's moving. You have to remember that anyone who's serious about looking for a care home is going to go onto their laptops. They might do a cursory initial look on their mobiles, but anyone who's serious is going to go right, spend a half an hour in the evening, let's say, take out their laptop and computer, and have a look at the websites. And indeed, that's what I'm doing now. And immediately, I see a difference here. But again, we've got the Merseyside Care Home, very, very clear about where it is. So again, that's good for SEO. In fact, if I did a search for care home in Edinburgh, in this case, or care home in Cheshire, Ardlington, that would be in their favour. If we scroll, and just stay on this first page here. What I do like, and again, this is very important for building up trust, is that you've got this brochure This is for Barchester on paying to live in a care home. Every single care home every single family member is looking for a care home for their loved one will be thinking, how do I pay for it? And how much will I have to pay? Etc. They will not know. And this is how Barchester is building up trust and expertise. And by enabling them, click here and read a brochure on how to pay for care, which is great. And as someone who's helpful, who's someone who's prepared to give you advice, very easily attainable. Didn't see anything like this on the Care UK. Let me have a look. We've got Life at Our Home. Again, this is what I'm a family member. I'm scrolling through. What am I thinking? These are, God, how do I pay for all of this? Now, I do think I remember possibly glancing something about paying for care. Okay, fine. I guess that's the differences between KUK and Barchester. I personally do like, having very, very clear rather than searching through a blog. Barchester, what they've done here is thought carefully about this brochure. It will be on people's minds, so they can click here and they can download it separately. In fact, they've got two more brochures here, and I actually really like this. I think this is a good CTA. Now, any care home provider listening, you can do this too. I do repeat, you can do this. Yeah, I can also tell you, maybe I shouldn't tell you, but you can go and find some other care home provider that's got this guide, and you can copy and paste it and make it into your own words, and include it on your websites. Now, what I would do actually, if I was Barcher, I'm sure they thought about this. I would actually have a CTA on this. Or rather if to get this brochure about providing great quality care and well-being, or in fact this one here, paying to live in a care, I would actually get a name, email, and phone number. I would give it away for free, of course, but to get it, I would ask for a name, email, and phone number. So then you can call them, follow that up as an inquiry, because there's every likelihood that a person who's going to want that brochure is a family member who's thinking about care for their loved one, and you are missing a trick if you're not getting their email or contact details to follow up with them as an inquiry. So again, that's very much in Barchester's favour. So and then there's a lot of information here about this Ardlington Manor. Again, a lot of CTAs, call to actions, because they are endeavoring to make sure that they do their utmost to get you as a family member to get in touch. It's full of information and data. So if we come to the Care UK, again, Ardlington Manor here has got no chat facility. For me as a family member to make an initial inquiry via live chat than phoning you or emailing you. And anything that's quicker and easier is in your favor. Yes, it may be that you may say, oh, okay, I prefer people to email me or phone me. Understood. But if you are running Google pay-per-click ads in particular, where you're getting tens of thousands of people to your website, you need to make everything as quick and faster as possible as an option for a family member to contact you. And again, the data shows us that people use it, and that's just going on the data that we have. So let's continue. Now, one thing I like to see is testimonials. Why? Because that social proof from other families is very, very important. Perhaps it's not a big thing. I don't think it's a big thing, but it's something, when you are thinking about this for 200 care homes, or in KUK's case, 130 care homes, it's something that you do have to think about. But also, as a smaller care provider, you have to think about these kinds of things. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the rest of the photos. So again, If we go back here for Addington Manor, photos that jump out at me, the team here is great, and I'm presuming these aren't stock photos. They don't particularly look like stock photos, which is great. You don't want to have stock photos on your website, of course. And it's here for Care UK. Well, definitely, I don't see stock photos. These feel very, very real, which is great. That's definitely a good thing to do. I'm just curious here. This kind of thing I would do as a family member. I want to see those photos. I like this. They have a load more. I can really start to see all the photos. That's really nice what they've got here. Again, so that what they've done here is use the widget from Facebook and then put that onto their website, and they've just had their website just to capture the photos. I actually really like that. I think that's a really nice idea. Again, as a family member, I want to see the photos. I want to be captured and captivated by what I see. I want my trust to build up. I want to know and see other residents and the team and the staff. Remember, care, families know nothing about care homes, 99.9% of the time until their loved one actually needs a care home. What's great about both these sites is there's a lot of content, a lot, as you can see, there's a lot of content here. There's a lot of me to look at. If we look here, at the top menu, care and facilities, activities, team, I've got a virtual tour. And I have this gallery. We're talking about photos, as Care UK has done lots and lots of photos. And here are the reviews. You see, I thought I'd seen it somewhere. There you go. They have harvested the reviews from carehome.co.uk and actually put all those reviews. They've selected what they would consider the best ones, I presume, and put them on their website. And why not? There's again, that might be a widget that's coming that's doing this, but I don't think it is. Again, if I go to Morriside Care Home, there's actually less options. They've got the view images and videos, so they've also got the 360-degree tour. They've got photos here. So yeah, there's plenty to be looking at, which is great. But I do think, actual fact, this menu at the top is a little bit more extensive compared to Care UK. Look, and they've even got a photo of the chef and menus. I love the idea of having menus. Why? Because family members want to know one of the most important things is what is my mum, dad, uncle, aunts going to be eating, and that's great. So we have food. We've got the main menu. I'm just curious here. This is the main menu. Okay, but this is specifically for the home. So again, if you are watching this, use what these biggest care home providers are doing to really think about how you can improve your websites to make sure that you give the best probability and chance of a family member making that all important inquiry. Again, let's just go finally back to the Care UK home. What they're doing is actually putting more into this single page rather than separating it out into a menu option. Okay, but I hope that helps. It gives you lots to think about. And as I do repeat, when you are thinking about a website, particularly if you are driving traffic to it in the tens of thousands, for example, via Google pay-per-click, which if you want more inquiries, you definitely 100% should be doing, then this gives you an idea of the things you can think about. Well, if you like this video, please subscribe. You won't miss any more videos like it. Thank you.